Hey, what's up, love? So, today I want to talk about not comparing yourself to someone else. As human beings, we are given the gift of sight. We have five senses, and one of them is the gift of sight. We are given the gift of sight so that we can observe and experience the world outside of ourselves. The true essence of who you are is internal. But because we're here in this 3D realm, and this 3D realm consists of other people and things, whether it be by nature or man-made, we need our five senses to experience this outer realm. But the true essence of who you are is internal. Inner self is the true essence of who you are, right? So because we're able to physically observe the world outside of us, and there are other people and things in the world that we live in, this 3D realm, when we're observing the world, that includes other people. When we're observing other people in a healthy way, you would observe what that person is doing or not doing and be encouraged by it, be inspired by it, be motivated by what you're observing in another person's life. That's healthy. But unfortunately, too many times, too often, people tend to observe others and compare themselves to what they see. When you go into a state of mind of comparison, what you're in essence doing, what you're doing by default, you're putting yourself in a lower state of being in your mind. You're giving yourself a lesser value than the person you're comparing yourself to. You're creating a negative mindset and energetic field for yourself, and you're either directly or indirectly saying to yourself, you're not as good, you're not good enough, you're not as qualified, you're not this, you're not that. That's all negative. You're doing yourself a disservice. You're doing yourself, you're tearing yourself down. You're creating a negative mental environment, and whatever your environment is mentally, it creates that same feeling, that same state of being in your feelings, in your emotions, energetically. So instead of looking outside of yourself at other people and comparing yourself, what you should be doing is being inspired, right? Talking to yourself mentally in a way that builds you up. You should never be the person to tear yourself down. And you should never let another person tear you down. You should have enough mental strength to know your value and to know your worth. And no matter who you're standing next to, no matter what a person's opinion is about you, no matter how, even if you're not comparing yourself, even if another person tries to compare themselves to you, their self to you, you should be so strong mentally that it doesn't penetrate who you are. It doesn't determine your value, or even if it doesn't determine your value, it shouldn't determine how you feel about yourself even in that moment, unless it's building you up, right? So use your gift of observation to your advantage. Learn how to train your mind to use your gift of observation, all of your senses, but right now I'm talking specifically about vision. Learn how to use your gift of vision and sight to your advantage. stop, or don't, if you're not doing it, don't compare yourself to another person, because we're all on our own journeys. You don't know what another person has been through to get to where they are. To compare yourself to another person and you don't know their full story is a little unwise. It's a little foolish. It's a little short-sighted. You know what I'm saying? One of the things you can implement to help you stop comparing yourself to another person is learning how to fully accept yourself as you are. Accept the beauty within you. Accept the gifts and talent that you possess. None of us were created void of the essence or some part of the essence of your creator. So if God created you and God is great and awesome and all these amazing things, just like in the natural, you would possess some of those characteristics or traits of he or she who has created you. Just like in the physical, when you give birth to a child, that child is a product of both the mother and the father biologically. And in the physical sense, the mother and the father would be the creators physically of that offspring. And that offspring is going to have some of both of the parents' ways. And it's no different with us. We didn't create ourselves. So beyond the physical, there is a spiritual aspect to us. And your mother and your father didn't create you spiritually. They were just the vessels to get you here physically. Your creator, by default, you are a part of your creator. You are an extension of your creator. And if your creator is good and talented and beautiful and love and light and whatever great things you can say about your creator, some, if not all, some of that should be in you. And that's the part of you that you need to search for. That's the part of you need to go within and see which parts of your creator you possess. You need to nurture that, cultivate that, amplify that, and focus on that. Once you realize who you are and accept yourself wholly and completely, you will never have a need to compare yourself to another person. I just want to leave you with this. Always remember, comparing yourself to another person does you no good. The only time a person may think that comparing themselves to another person is good, or they're not devaluing themselves, is when they're coming from a place of false confidence, right? In order to feel good about yourself, this is the false confidence. In order to feel good about yourself, you must compare yourself to someone that you deem less than you. That's not true confidence. True confidence, true self-worth, true self-value, or deeming yourself valuable in and of yourself as a unique individual. You can stand next to anyone and still be sure of yourself, knowing who you are, knowing whose you are. You know what I'm saying? So don't get caught up in the false confidence either. Oh, I don't think less of myself. I think I'm da-da-da-da-da. But more times than not, people say that when they're comparing themselves to someone they deem is less than. Know who you are. Know thyself, regardless of the rooms that you're in, regardless of who you're standing next to. So always remember, if you don't get anything else from this video, take this. Always remember that you have something or some things, plural, inside of you that is valuable, that is beautiful, that is worthy, right? Whether it be gifts, talents, knowledge, experience, whatever it is, there are things about you that is worthy. You do not have to compare yourself to anyone else. What you need to do, or what you should do instead, is focus on yourself and the beauty within you, whether it be your knowledge or your good heart or your kindness or whatever it is, your sense of humor, whatever it is, your ability to encourage others, whatever it is, you focus on that. You grow and you magnify, you nurture, you pour into that, and you'll never have to compare yourself to another person. Comparing yourself to another person is either false confidence or you're devaluing yourself. You're putting yourself in a lesser position, which is, it just breeds all kinds of negativity, which is what we don't want to do, right? Don't want to do that. So find ways to love on yourself better, to love on yourself more. Accept yourself as you are. Grow in the areas that you need to grow in. Don't try to copy or imitate anyone. Be yourself. That is the beauty in humanity. I can't speak for everyone, but I can appreciate the differences between me and the next person. That's what makes us all beautiful. Stop trying to be like what you see outside of yourself. Only use that for encouragement, inspiration, motivation, empowerment, yada, yada, yada. Pretty much that's all I got to say about that topic. So I'm not going to drag this out too much longer. So I'm going to end this here. And I wish you well. I hope that you've gotten something good from this video that helps build you into a better version of yourself. And remember, if something stood out in this video, it's only useful if you apply it. It can sound good, it can make sense, it could, whatever, but it does you no good if you don't apply it. So whenever you find yourself in certain situations and you think back on this video, then it's like, oh, let me apply it. I don't care if you're taking baby steps or if you taking great leaps and bounds, but do the work. Do something. Don't just take this looking for a happy feeling, a good feeling. Actually apply it. It'll change your life. I promise. It'll change the way you view yourself. It'll change the value that you put on yourself. Not to say look down on another person, but we both can be great. We both can be awesome. We both can be fabulous. We both can be, whatever. Stop giving your energy to other people. Stop putting other people on pedestals. I'm not saying don't give people their flowers. You know what I'm saying? There are beautiful people everywhere. And I'm not even talking about physically beautiful. I'm talking about energetically. There are beautiful people everywhere. Yes, give people their flowers. But at the same time, know who you are. Don't diminish yourself. Don't devalue yourself because another person is great, because another person is awesome. We both can be awesome. But you take care of yourself. And until next time, love on you.